Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is the place where you learn new skill every time you visit. So keep updating yourself by subscribing to the channel.
Okay, so this is question number 6, which is on the 2D arrays, which says that you have to accept the values of 3 into 3 array and check if it is a special array. An array is a special array if the sum of the even elements and equals to sum of the odd elements, and the details are given. Let's go to the BlueJ and see how we can sort this question out. So this is a format I've already created on a BlueJ, where this is the declaration of an array. Now, in this question, or I'll just give you introduction of the 2D arrays. In case of 2D arrays, you have two ways of declaring it. Either you declare the dimension along with it, as has been given in the question. If the dimension is given to you, you can take it from directly. If the dimension is not given to you, then you can ask the dimension from user in two variables, rows and column, and then put that into the declaration part, right? So since over here the dimension is given to us, so what we'll do is we'll just remove this part and we'll directly put 3 into 3 by doing the declaration of the array in one go. All right. So I'll just pull it up and it goes here. Yeah. So now my dimension is 3 into 3. So rows will be replaced by 3 and columns will be replaced by 3. Then in every array question, in every matrix question, or in every other question, you have to take input and there will be output. So this is the input part of it. Now my rows and columns are 3 into 3. So I'll just replace the loops by 3 into 3. In 2D arrays, you have to access every row and every column. You have to traverse through every row and every column. So you need two loops on that. One will handle the row, the ith loop handles the row, and the jth loop handles the column. These are the basic things of the 2D arrays. If you want to know detail about it, please have a look at my introducing matrix or introducing arrays video. Okay, now come to the question. So here we are taking the input and here we are just displaying the matrix itself. Now the question says you have to check whether the sum of the even numbers and the sum of the odd numbers are same. And if that is, then your array happens to be a spatial array. Yeah, it's a special array. So now what we'll do, we'll need two more variables. One will sum up the even numbers, one will sum up the odd numbers, and then we'll just compare them. If they are equal, then it's a spatial array. Otherwise, it's not a spatial array, it's a normal array. So let's take two more variables for sum of even and sum of odd. So int sum even. The variable name shall always be equal, similar to the job they are doing. Sum of odd. All right. I initialized both of them as 0. So it's special if the sum of the even elements, so all of the elements, we are not talking about any row and column over here. We're talking about all the elements which are even, all the elements which are odd. So now since I have to access every element of the array, so I need again two loops because as I told you that to access array elements, you need loops. All right. So I'll just copy this set of loop over here for the process part of my code. And I will just put a if statement here, removing this. All right. So my if statement gonna be that if the number, if the element of the array, whenever we access the element of the array, we refer it by whatever is the name of the array. Right now it is mat. So mat ij for the 2D array, and if it's 1D array, the general term for it is ARR. If you have declared the array by the name ARR, ARR I. So you refer or you say in the terms of I and j, that is the general term for any array or any matrix. So what I'm saying over here is you have to refer that array elements. The general term of array elements or matrix is mat ij. So you'll say mat ij modulus 2. What are even numbers? Even numbers are those which are divided by 2, right? So if you take a remainder by dividing by 2, and if the remainder happens to be a 0, it's an even number, right? So if it's an even number, if it's an even element of the array, you have to sum it up into a variable called sum even. So equals to sum even plus the ijth element, mat ij. All right. And if it is not, that is the else part of it, is going to sum the element into the odd one. All right. So that's how it is. It's a very simple question. Seems to be a little complicated, but it is not. So this goes here, sum odd and sum odd, mat ij. All right. Now, when the whole loop finishes, so you got a sum of even and sum of odd numbers along with you. And then what you have to check whether these sums are equal. If these sums are equal, it's a special array. If it is not, it's not a special array. So at the end of the array, at the end of the printing of the array, I can check my condition. So if sum of even equals to sum of odd, I would say, I'll just copy paste this code here. So I'll say it's a special array. Special array. And if it is not, it's not a special array. All right, not a special array. Now let's check our code by compiling it. So first I'll arrange it by the layout and then I'll compile it. So it says no error and no errors. I'll just run it and try to put the values which is given in the question itself. So I'll just quickly go to the BlueJ, question number 6, and I'll create an object and I will run it. Okay, now it's asked me the dimension. So I'll go to the question and try to put the same dimension which is given in the example. So it says 4, 5, 6, 5, 3, 2, and 4, 2, 5. 4, 5, 6, 5, 3, 2, 4, 2, 5. So first I'll give 4, 5, 6, 4, 5, 6. The next lot is 5, 3, 2, 5, 3, 2. The last row is 4, 2, 5. 4, 2, 5. And it says it's a special array. All right. So this is the question. This is the way you have to do the question. All right. So see you next in the next questions video, maybe tomorrow. Thank you.
If you are new to the channel, please subscribe it. Also press the bell notification so that you get notification as soon as I release a new video. Share and like the video.